Coach, 27-21 win today over Northwest Missouri State, and your first thoughts on today's win?
Huge win. That's a great program, a very prideful program. They really set the mark for what Division II championship football looks like. So very proud of our guys. Very, very gritty. It's a word I keep on using, and I keep on telling our guys how gritty they are. But how about that? The GLIAC player of the year can't play. GLIAC offensive lineman of the year hardly played any snaps. So we got two guys that we're missing that are critically important to our offense. And then we roll in there, and Travis Russell and then Brett Mooney and Evan Cummings all contributed. But it's just a testament of just doing the things you need to do to be a championship person. Travis has waited a long time. I mean, it's tough on him. I saw the pain in his eyes throughout the season, waiting for his opportunity, and then the opportunity presented itself, and he took full advantage of it. And very proud of him and proud of our guys. It's a huge win against a great program and a very, very well coached program. So I couldn't be happier.
Despite the fact that you missed two real key offensive players, you racked up 608 yards with three different quarterbacks. How tough is that on just 1 week to prepare to go out and send out three different quarterbacks and rotate them through and then go out and have that result offensively? Well,
it's really the only way we could do it. Travis is just he's amazing at just knowing our whole system. But we threw a lot at them today. And as we prepared on Tuesday, we basically had, it was like, I used to coach travel softball. My daughter was a pitcher. And in the summertime, we had a power pitcher, and she wasn't this power pitcher. She was a finesse pitcher. So there's times I'd roll in my daughter to pitch, and then I'd take her out to face their third hitter, and then she'd come back for the sixth hitter, and those kind of things. So, as a coach, you kind of pull all stops, and we pulled out all stops today to try to use all the skills of all three of those young men, and we did.
Talk a little bit about the first play call of the game on offense. You go back to Javon Shaw to throw it over the top, and what played into your decision to make that play call at that point in time?
Well, I guess we were practicing all week, and I was of the mindset we had to take pressure off. I thought he would feel more pressure than he did. It's just amazing that he can roll out there, and Jay Rue being the person that he is, like literally, he wants to take every rep in practice. Jay Rue never feels prepared without taking like 90% of the reps. So, these guys don't hardly even get any reps. And Travis is always ready. And I always say, hey, you getting enough reps to be ready? He goes, I got to coach. So, but I wanted to be aggressive to start the game, and I thought Shaw would throw it to Deion Earls, who was up the sideline, and he threw it to Cy, and so Shaw's 2 for 3 with 1 touchdown and 1 interception this year. So I guess those are pretty good stats.
Travis, I have a question for you. Just because you've had playing time this year, but it's not you haven't been able to get the start. So knowing that you were going to be the one coming in under center today, what was that feeling today?
A lot of excitement. I try to prepare every week, whether I'm playing or not, to be ready to go, just because I know from my entire career here that you're always one play away. And I just love the guys on this team so much that I always want to be ready. So because there is going to come a time, whether it was now, whether it has been in the past, or whether it comes in the future, this team's going to need to count on you if you're on this team, and if you prepare to be ready when that moment comes, and you're going to deliver. And I try to do that as well as I could today.
Tony, when did you make the decision that Jay Rue would not play?
I was hopeful on Tuesday, somewhat hopeful on Wednesday. By Thursday, I'm like, we could be in trouble. And then if he would have came to walk, the walk-through practice we had yesterday and felt like he could do something, we probably would have given him a little bit of a go. But, it happened now that you guys need to know this, it happened in the second quarter last week. And so Harding was really good on defense, but it was also that we were very limited with Jay Rue last week in that second half. But I didn't know for sure. But, you know, we were excited about it. It's insane. I told the kids, you know, right before I came up here, it's insane. You know, normally when you lose your quarterback, you know, you might lose some of the mental toughness, you know, like the confidence, the swag, the belief that we're going to be all right. We didn't waver. Like, nobody on this team wavered. Here's a guy that's GLIAC Player of the Year who just threw unbelievable numbers out all year. Nobody wavered. So it's a credit to our kids. It's a credit to you know, our entire coaching staff. Everybody was just focused on the task at hand, and I don't think anybody doubted. We knew we were playing a great opponent, but nobody doubted our ability to pull it off, and we pulled it off. We hung in there and pulled it off, so it was a great win for us.
Travis, what was the biggest challenge for you personally to get in there and going back and forth with the other quarterbacks to make sure each play was executed properly?
I think today was a pretty good example of just how it is in life. You're going to face adversity. It didn't always go perfect today. Made a bad mistake in the third quarter to give him points, and then I got to credit Brett. He made a great throw to kind of help give us our momentum back a little bit, and just being able to finally get in that rhythm and kind of feed off the energy and momentum from my teammates was huge today, because, you know, when they're all excited and they're ready to roll, it kind of gives me a little bit of a confidence for myself too.
And for both of you, your thoughts about going on to the third round?
Well, I'm thrilled. I mean, that's survive in advance. So, you know, we talked about this, but this Final Eight for the third straight year, which is incredible. It's just an unbelievable accomplishment. But, you know, Travis mentioned Brett, so I'd just like to talk about him for a second. Brett's a senior, and, you know, between Travis and Brett and their support of Jay Rue, I mean, they've helped Jay Rue, like, immensely. And so I'm so proud to be able to be around young men like that who just care so much about the people that are around them and trying to help them be successful, that, you know, they put their own personal desires aside, and really proud of how these guys have handled themselves.
Yeah, and as a competitor, I'm super excited to be able to have another chance to compete and go after what we want. But even more than that, I think I can speak on behalf of my entire team. We're just excited to have another week together and be with each other, because, you know, at the end of the day, we're all we've got, but we're all we need. So we're super excited to be together one more week. And, you know, as soon as we get out of here, we're probably going to go check the score of that other game to see what we're up to next weekend.